32 years ago, filmmaker George Lucas released Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope in theaters. There was, and still to this day, a lot of hype about the 6 films. They are the most talked about films of their generation and have a cult-like following that is multi-generational. I have been one of these followers since the first time I watched the saga. The films have always fascinated me, and I have always wondered how George Lucas could come up with such an extravagant idea and bring it all together in these 6 movies. There is much to learn about the 6-film saga, whether it be the famous creator George Lucas, the obvious sci-fi thrills and plot of the movies, or even the deeper meanings dealing with politics and religion. Let's begin with the man who brought us the saga. George Walton Lucas Jr. was born May 14, 1944 in Modesto, California. He graduated from Modesto Junior College, and he was then transferred to the University of Southern California School of Cinematic Arts and graduated with his bachelor's. From the financial successes of his first 2 well-known movies, American Graffiti in 1973 and Star Wars in 1977, he was able to open up his own film studio called Lucas Films. This information came from Dominic Umil, who put together a paper about George Lucas and his career and ideas. This paper was published in the Scholastic Parent and Child in 2009 and was then added to the BCC database. Now that you are familiar with the creator of the inspirations, let's take a look at the movies themselves. The original trilogy, episodes 4, 5, and 6, take place during the Galactic Civil War. A young farboy, Luke Skywalker, was training to become the last of the Jedi, the last and the first of a new generation of the mystical warriors known as the Jedi. He was the only person who can stand up against the Dark Lords of the Sith, Darth Vader. This is Darth Vader's helmet. And his master, Emperor Palpatine. The prequel trilogy, episodes 1, 2, and 3, portray the events leading to the Galactic Civil War. The prequel trilogy specifically tells the tale of Anakin Skywalker, who is Luke and Leia's father, who is trained as a Jedi after the Battle of Naboo, but gradually turns evil and becomes Darth Vader. And this is the movie that he becomes evil in. He's right there. Evil. Star Wars stresses the self-destructive nature of anger and hate. Summed up in Yoda's words, fear is the path to the dark side, fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering. As well as placing one's feelings for certain people aside. I've read that George Lucas intentionally inserted religious themes into Star Wars because they were a large inspiration for the Force. However, there are many interpretations that can be made from the Star Wars plot and storyline. Political and religious interpretations, there are many people who interpret the movies as Lucas's political views. This information actually came from a radio transcript. Chuck Baldwin spoke about a topic, Darth Vader and George W. Bush, A Common Vision of Empire, and it was later added to the BCC database. Many different religions' interpretations, including Christianity, Buddhism, Taoism, and many other religions and viewpoints. Star Wars spans a spiritual universe by Carol Memmott was published in the USA Today around 2005. It discussed many different religious viewpoints of the saga and why certain religions felt that it related more to them than to others. As you have seen, there are many things to be learned in regards to the Star Wars saga. There are rumors, secrets, facts, interpretations to please and displease people around the world. What I have spoken about includes the background of George Lucas, the basic plot of the story of the movies, and the 2 most talked about interpretations, politics and religion. Thank you.